So that is nice, I guess. That could give them some avenues into this game. I think the real question is, and it's kind of what you brought up just before we came onto the break, was yes, all the stats point to Cloud9 are big favorites. There's a few concerns about how they played on Ancient. So can Cloud9 clean up their play? Are they going to have the same woes? These teams are going to have some more pace, especially. That would be very much needed. I think on a map like Mirage, I don't think you can play anything as slow. So as long as Cloud9 clean that up, I do think it will be a clean win. But that's all hypothetical. It's all speculation. And in a sport like this.
Back towards Ticket. Indeed, it seems like we're getting a little bit of aggression up Catwalk. Blamef worked his way in towards Ladder. Glaive to maybe play off of this. There's an HE here. Mid fight's going to be interesting. For now, Cloud9 just have the real estate for free and a dunk grenade on the Glaive. That's a good way to start this off. They're up Con already.
Yeah, and Astralis is loading B more heavily. This is scary.
There's a chance for a shot. Now they know the scout's here. They didn't already suspect. There's confirmation, but the Vice can't connect just yet. Buzz. That's a molly. That's a hard read on a position he likes to play, but he's up on top of Tetris, at least for the moment. Here comes the hit. They're out past the choke points. Now pressure on the smoke fade. Ooh, Buzz not expected in that angle. Axile able to bring it in for just one, but Zip next. Oh no, it's falling apart. The choke point they're in. Shiro has to be the hero once more. And he's being peppered down. He's being pinched from both sides. The nade could finish him off. And he knows it. He's got to try and dodge it. It's not going to happen.
Try and get retribution. That is a disaster for Cloud9. They needed a good T side. It's always their weaker side. And, well, a pistol with some clean conversions would have been excellent to get them off to a good start. But now, they're staring down the barrel of some very weak buys. And Astralis have a colossal advantage in this round.
Recovery's still a possibility if they can make something of this. Regression coming in towards apartments. This is space taken by Zipmex. A lot of information being gained here. Device into the window. Oh, that's exactly what C9 were waiting for. Now there's a gun down to the window. Potentially could boost the player up in to retrieve it, but in the meantime, it's pressure on for Astralis. How do they rally? They're shifting everybody to deal with this mid presence. Zipnex. He's coming up underpass. Oh, the time could be brutal. He's just missed them. The drop down from Nafani. No one's looking for this. No one's ready for this. The gun's been passed away, but they need to react to this. They need to be quick on, and they are. In towards Con. 1-for-1 on Blamef. So still a chance to keep chugging here. Buzz at Firebox, though. I don't think this is going to be expected or checked, especially if they find contact with the ticket player. Now there's the activation. Buzz, though, they're not planting for him, and he's down for the count. Position revealed just a tick too early, and how has this swung so heavily back the other way? A chance to be the hero once more, but
default or a triple plant or something he could have faced quickly, because he made a lot of noise trying to take the fight, and it wasn't good whatsoever. Astralis, of course, are going to force back. Buzz is taking an early Palace spawn and made good of it. Glaive is getting so heavily tagged, and he is a dead man sandwiched between these terrorist players. And Cloud9 are stabilizing.
We're going to need the device round of the century if they're going to make this happen with the Deagle. He's actually withdrawn under Dark. Now it's not all on him. There's pressure out from Ticket. I actually love how much Shiro just ignored that Ticket player to make sure he cleared Tetris and allowed his teammate out. The clear under. Shiro's not missing a beat here. I'm Boston. You know the spot the difference pictures? Bet he's an ace at them. Very aggressive posturing with the op here at A ramp. Aggro leaning out from it. And it could be problems if the Pals players activate at the right time. Utility out here and the Fani's down though. That was the first piece. Now they're all going to activate pressure on the device. He misses his shot and he will get another opportunity. The no-scope hit. A 2v4 delivered for his squad. That should never have happened. Should have been a dead man dead to rights. And Blamef still going to find damage here in Con. Walk up from Axile punished. Shiro a minute on the clock, but the bomb far behind. He'll have to go back to retrieve it if he wants to win this round. And all the while, Setback's coming into the angle. Blamaf starting to push spawn as well if he finds the C4 first. Could spell trouble. But of course, Blamaf will just hold here. Making sure that he can't escape, that he can't slip the net of pressure. These players are super isolated, Alan. If there were more time, I would be a little bit more concerned. But with only 25 seconds, Shiro's going to have to make some risks, and those should leave him exposed.
Yeah, they're not peeking, though, is the thing. Glaive's holding the sight cross. Xipnix can play it off the tap, and with Shiro taking so long, he might only get one shot at a plant.
I guess, is he going to save? He's going to save.
Don't
know about the swing.
I'm surprised he didn't just... I'm surprised he...
Love Hobbit to be able to set them up with some util, but he's not got the nades, so it's just going to be a walkout. Never mind, not a waterfall, more like a slow drip out the faucet. But it's worked. It's worked. They've caught the site light. The question is, can they plant? It's getting past the choke point. That's huge. And Alfani, that's a massive kill. Now the smoke goes up. And likely the bomb goes down. Buzz slips. No. Oh, this is cheeky, but he can't capitalize in time. Like the idea, execution not quite there, and the bodies are falling away for Astralis, and so are the remaining players. Giving this up, CLOUD9 a fifth, immediately bottle capping any momentum for Astralis. Done a good job of this early here on Mirage, and so Astralis' bank is struggling.
Good call from NaVi. He anticipated Astralis to load up mid, and it was the case. They had two on catwalk early on. Cloud9 throw some mid utility at the start. Astralis show their face with so much counter utility and presence. It's a good kill from Device, but these are all consolation frags. And yeah, Cloud9, it was only Buzz on the A-bomb site. Blamef couldn't readjust. They don't really have the money to just continuously feed Device here, so okay. Little bit. Kind of a drip feed, wasn't it? Everyone taking their turn to face. And it didn't work. Glaive top spawn. Tries to get onto shore. I think he missed the jump. In a bit of trouble, but still finds the kill. Where's the underplayer for this T side? A little bit late, but it's not going to matter. Shiro is there for the trade. I'm surprised Device is staying on A right now with this ramp push. Xipnix is all alone.
He's wary of the mid presence, I suppose, but you're right. It's so much pressure onto this B player. Xipnix, what's he got? Molotov about to come his way. Here comes the execution. This better be a heck of a round. He's burning. He's low. Damage on the Buster. That's far from good enough now. He's down for the count with that. So might be their chances. The bomb's still in apps. Bomb needs to get out, and it is well ahead of the flank, and I think Astralis might just be playing a little bit of contained. Their money very limited. They don't want to go for this. It's 7 rounds in the T side for CLOUD9.
It's looking good. It's looking good, and we mentioned it coming into the map. Is our concern was mainly T side for CLOUD9. It didn't look perfect on Ancient, and they have already righted a lot of the wrongs. Had a few frisky rounds, but the round all speaks for itself. In this one, Astralis, they were loading up A with 3 players. Glaive, I think he was trying to catwalk jump. He still got one, but the trade wasn't good in the sense that Astralis were left without mid, without information. They tried to react with the ramp push, and it is nice, but it's a little bit... not a mistake, but it is quite late. They can't really readjust.
Peering for it. Looking for this fight. He knows the player's boosted over, but now re-smoked. He's not going to be able to have that opportunity. Axel catches a nade early. But he's gained the space. They've got full control of mid. CLOUD9 able to take their control here. Able to take their real estate.
Just pistols here on B. definitely the weaker side. Device begins his lean over bomb. He's in towards the apartments right now. Feels like a B split at the moment. And we've got 2 more rifles top of connector. Re-smoke goes down. 58 seconds. They can cut off the catwalk prong, these two. Can these team players find a gap? I'm a little bit scared for the mic. They're going right into the midst of all these Astralis players.
That they are. It's all going to be about device. The unarmored pistols, maybe not the hugest of threats, though. The D can still sting. More pressure on. Device taking down half. He's low now. Zipnex. Well, we're not going to have to worry about the but the Eagle might be a different story. Zipnex, what do you got for us? What do you got for us? Glaive getting activated as well. The Shadow giving it away. Hobbit finds that kill, and he finds more. A 2-on-2, but the rifle's out. Now Hobbit, he has to get back up. 20 seconds. He's got no time.
I've seen the bomb, too, on the minimap. Should be even better.
That's possible.
Should be an easy call, though, that it's probably a mid-default.
Nothing really going to shift in the Astralis defense just yet. I'll leave the op posted.
I'd love Buzz to push Palace.
You're getting your wish.
Great timing.
It's actually Glaive. With the op right now is doing it.
Yeah, you want to leave the rifle in here in the end. A lot easier for him to play. Here it comes. Now Device. Sorry, Glaive can adjust. Flame's actually falling into CTA. You'd think you'd bolster the B defense with all this Palace space, but that's only just now materializing.
Device gets a free and clear shot. He's been here the entire round. They never really pushed him off, and now he capitalizes. Smoke down as well. Seems like still want to pinch on towards B. 25 seconds. Their options are very limited. 20 seconds. They got to go. They're underpass rotating the bomb. Oh, this is going to be in towards A with no information and no control. This could be devastating. Catastrophic. If Glaive hits any sort of damage here, well, Boz has just revealed himself, and yeah, it's over. Bomb down on the third. Axel just to left to try and save this AK.
Textbook round from us.
50 seconds. They're waiting for something. Maybe aggression to come through. Here comes the util. Here comes the execute. Now it's getting tossed. On and stairs. Going to be the answer. Molotov in towards Sandwich, but they're slow behind this. They're inviting the response out. And here it is from Boz playing on the edge of the smoke. He loves this kind of a play. Buster goes through. That's bold. And now the smokes are fading, but they've just crossed the bomb. Bomb's going to go down. Its defenders, maybe not so lucky. Shiro in mid. Oh, he makes the jump. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt. He knows he's got this information. Device could be in a lot of trouble. And he wants to. He's going to get it. He's going to get it as well. The third, not quite available, but Axel now activated, all on to blame F. What a play from Shiro. A kick in the back to upset everything here for Astralis, and Blame's backing away. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want this sauce. He doesn't want this heat. He doesn't have the time. He's going to set up for the exit. He's going to set up to save, but he's going to concede the round, and that is devastating for Astralis.
No time. Round for CLOUD9. I think it's their most comfortable way to play. Device gets one. Trade is just too late. Axel trying to get into underpass. Milliseconds away from the trade, and well, that's going to make the difference.
It is indeed. The secondary op works. Buzz gets confirmation. He's not punished either, so now information in addition to the kills.
Can't blame the player there for facing ramp. You're a man down, you want to take a duel. You've seen one AWP in mid, and unexpected is also a Device that gets the kill. You have no idea there's a double AWP in play. And that's the whole point. Changing the pace, making it hard for CLOUD9 to read. And as for the moments, we're leaning towards an A split. 2 in towards CT. Blame F is near. Deep jungle in towards window at the moment. Device is also holding off catwalk, and Relaxer does actually have a smoke, but it's going to be hard to navigate all these gun barrels and get up onto the site.
Flashbang over. This gets them at the choke point at least. Player in towards Tetris, but the bomb has yet to cross. They're going to have to do some sort of damage into this ticket setup, or Shiro's in a lot of trouble. Axel finds the first. This forces the response. This forces the shift up. Now maybe there's a chance. Choke point's still a huge issue. Double nade in. Glaive low. Ooh, they're fortunate that it didn't do more damage, I think, on the Astralis side, but Buster! He'll find it all! 12 seconds, device locked out. Buster, what a time to activate. Up on top of the box and delivering around. It's something he did for Cloud9 in the most critical of moments on Ancient. Buster finding the impact again into this series. If Buster can become this kind of reliable piece for the roster, I think Cloud9 get even more dangerous here, Alan.
He's had a great day so far. He's had a great day. 2 rounds in a row now where Cloud9 have not looked in an excellent position, and an individual just bails them out. Device and Blame F, not perfect communication. Player slips up connector. I'm sure Blame F thought he was holding him. He's playing a wide angle on jungle. He goes down immediately. Device couldn't punish either, as Axel and his teammates were moving up to...
This NaVi is already in towards ladder. They may have heard him on the hop, but either way, it's going to limit what they can do here. And oh no, they were not prepared. They were not prepared. They didn't have the information. Not at all. Now Xipnix is in trouble. They're out of apartments. They know they've got this space, and he's down for the count. And with that, I think that might be the round. I think that's got to be the round. You got to think about backing away. Buying to the next one's going to be putrid if you can't save these 3 guns, and Cloud9 have so much control.
They never had pace like this on Ancient. It's amazing what a couple set calls in the mix can do to vitalize a team. And there was just so much utility in mid. There was so many shots being fired and mollies all over the place, smokes landing, flashes going off that I guess those 2 catwalk players from Astralis just didn't know, or maybe they thought the players underpass. They were fumbling nades. I thought for a second Xipnix was about to molly out ladder, but clearly not. And now this is a game of just holding on to these weapons. There's no reason really for Cloud9 to hold back. Getting rid of these guns is so much more valuable than risking yours. There goes the AWP for Device. And the lone save.
And this is the change up. Flame F and Buzz rocking together, and it's going to work. The flashbangs, lethal, deadly, but Shiro back on the scene. The nade able to finish it off. So big coup here for Astralis, and around where they were limited in what they had. They've taken out the AWP. They've taken out the most dangerous player in the server. And if they keep pressing forward, there's a chance they'd find the ball. Flame F not feeling so bold. Instead, he comes back. He furthers the man advantage with the kill on Axile, and now Buster and Hobbit gonna need a hero play if they want to take this above double digits for Cloud9.
There's no way out. Blame is holding the route back into apartments. If Blame can just go 1-for-1 or get information and stay alive, any of these scenarios are excellent. A 1 flash fake from Hobbit is not going to change anything. Astralis are very happy to lean 3A for now. Only way into this round is an instant kill here on Blame. Anything else? And this is all Astralis.
The site they go. It's a pretty decent setup for this. C9, 2 players on site, 1 close at hand. So here comes the execution. Here comes the utility out. But let's see what kind of damage Astralis can do. Buster fighting for his contact. Shiro finding a kill as well. And now the bodies are starting to drop. You start to get concerned here for the Danes. MF trying to fight back against the Tide, but the Tide, it's washing them all out to sea, and it is just Flame F. 1 lone man on the shore. They're going to be done. They're going to be into IEM Dallas 2023, and one of those teams right now, the reigning champion of IEM Dallas, Cloud9.
I don't think Buzz saw him. That timing was awful.
Oh, no. They're walking out. They're walking out. Hobbit's looking for this. Hobbit will trade it. Even 1-for-1, considering they have the SMGs. That's not bad. Still, Hobbit doesn't want to stick around and get the gun upgrade because he's wary that the A defense is soft. They're focused up in towards mid now. Shiro tucked in the corner. Does he get cleared? No. Oh, that's a huge oversight. Shiro, he'll capitalize on that. Now the upgrade's available. Now they've got it. They've got mid shut down as well. Presence in the apartment. Zipx under fire, under siege. They slip behind, but they know he's here. And in the meantime, Flame F is going to try and get a plant on towards A. He should be allowed it. Cloud9 are trying to figure out how this is working. With the bomb not going down on B, they know the player is there. But they also know, well, that means Blame F is super isolated here. And down he goes. The defuse might be on before Zipx can even do anything about this.
Yeah, I think the call's just come in. The call's just come in. Someone's just told them that he's in a different postcode. The game sense there from player towards ladder room.
The smoke is so timely too. They can theoretically get past it, but the vision's going to be obscured as they face Buster, and that's what he's counting on. A kill, though. Kill found. Softens this up just a bit. Allows blamef to slip the gap. He's in towards window. He's being held. Ooh, Shiro for once caught slipping. And Buster's down as well. Means this is big trouble. Damage might be the name of the game now. And they're rotating. Haven't seen Axile. They want nothing to do with this. They're going to pressure A, knowing that it is maximum one player here in the defense. And they're absolutely correct. A minute still on the clock, so plenty of time for Astralis to sort this. No smokes to cover the sightline, so there is an opportunity here for Hobbit to make something magic happen. They'll have to cross him, but he's dinked immediately. And now he's down for the count.
There is some money here, but NaVi doesn't have a great deal, so makes sense. Save this through to the following. Astralis have still got some excellent mid-rounding. Much as they've had issues, Glaive still knows what he's doing. Pump the brakes, they get blocks on B, they reroute into mid, they find some gaps, and they don't commit onto B because they know there's one player there. It's just every single time it's like, this is the textbook decision. And still might be too far down on this T side, but there's still a canvas here for them to paint some beautiful CS. Issue as last year, and whilst Buzz has been a consistent talent, I'm not necessarily seeing a third star player just yet. Ready for CLOUD9. In terms of star players, a couple of those. Second one here doesn't actually connect, so overall the trades are pretty good. Pretty good for Astralis, 1-for-1 and full mid control.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of an overcommitment to chase that next frag. Axile has struggled. I mean, he's been fine, but he has struggled to be Axile. It's been the Shiro show all the way. Minute 15 on the clock. Keep an eye on Buzz here in Palace. He's had some success getting out here late. Maybe the key kicker here, especially as Astralis group up in towards mid. If they can draw the focus of these defenders on the A site, it might be time for Buzz to activate. That's exactly what they're going to try and do. Up the connector they go. Focus distracted. Buzz, what do you got for us? What do you got for us? You got one. Only one. Shiro's so snappy on the response. And Nafani right on the edge of this smoke. He's just waiting for his moment to push through. Not quite going to have it, but Buster delays that plant. Now the smoke's going to be gone. Nafani drops it again. He knows where the next player is. Molotov down. Forces Zipex out, but winds up working out for Zipex. On to Shiro. On to Shiro, and of course, I mean, movement too. Always in the right space, the right time. Repositions. Immediately back into this angle. Glaive going to have to contest with him if he wants to get involved in the mid fun. Got support. Okay, maybe here's the distraction that they need. But no, Shiro, he will not be distracted from his aim, from his game. He will not be limited from hunting down another frag. Axile gets one. Buzz tucked in the corner. Naded down to 44. Buzz has played this position often enough that they're just going to check it. Possibility for Shiro to get upset by this player ramp. But, of course, he'll find his and reposition and be ready. And blamef wants nothing to do with this. He has been on the receiving end of Shiro's op a few too many times to have any intention of crossing that threshold.
Oh, it's almost at the point where they're just telling blamef, just don't go A. Don't give Shiro another highlight reel. It's already out of control. Die to somebody else. This is disaster for Astralis. I'm feeling quite vindicated on my prediction for the map, but even I didn't anticipate this sort of fashion. This is, ever since Astralis lost the Force by Wars to start off this game, it just set them on a horrid road. They've never recovered. Shiro's only spooled up. Busters have some big rounds. I know his frag count isn't, nearly near what Shiro's pumping out, but Busters also had some stellar rounds. Give him some credit too.
I feel like this is what Buster
To have a sweeter taste in your mouth before you head on to the all-important third map. You also don't want to have to drop to that lower bracket game. Get it done as early as possible. Secure your flights to Texas. Gearing up for the A split. Device now starting to work through angles. Hobbit tucks himself into sandwich. This defense is looking good. The ramp smoke is going to hold back Zipex, and Hobbit's timing is perfect. Trade is there. But surely, I thought the camera would be coming by now. They're a little bit late. Nafany activates, tucks himself into the corner, and Shiro's ducked all the way out. Blame F clears the cubby. This is an awkward retake now for Cloud9.
Oh, getting through that shutter, that's so punishing. It's so tough to do. Shiro back on the angle. They think Blame F is lower than he is. Thought the nade it might be able to chase him. It doesn't even land. Well, Shiro has found this space. The money's not actually great here, right? So there's a lot of logic to potentially saving here since you have so many rounds to play with. Shiro, if he comes around the corner, Blame F is just waiting to activate. And now Shiro is alone. So he'll have to try and back off of this one. He wants damage of his own. He wants more. He hasn't had a kill yet in this round, and he's hungry. His lust for blood, not yet sated. But for now, he will have to go unfed. 7 up for Astralis. And, most importantly, perhaps, they get themselves out of the shaky buy situation with this. With this one-round win, with 3 players surviving, now they'll have rifles to make this run-back attempt.
Some bizarre decisions in that round from Cloud.
Up and back up. Now he wanted to prove he could do it again. Want to prove it to himself. Oh my goodness. On the smoke fade right before the second one blooms. Nafany finds one. Axile's down for the count though. So good trade coming through from Device, but still. It's a big loss early on.
Tremendous risk here. B has been left fully open. Device is going to regret peeking before that smoke. Bomb is in the open. That'll be called by Cloud9. There's no smokes left for window. This becomes a nightmare.
Hobbits and ladder. Hobbits and ladder. They may not know this. Buzz, though, has a cheeky angle towards Sandwich, but he's not expecting the player here. The shots don't land. That might keep players a little focused up, so a missed opportunity for Buster. MF retrieving the C4, immediately dropped down. Hobbit strikes at the right moment. They're trying to pressure on, but Buzz, he can't get this kill, even with the knowledge, even with the pre-fire. It seems like it's all coming to a shuddering halt. Hobbit and the ladder's the first.